Good evening, race fans. Evening, morning, night, middle of the day, whatever it is for you. Welcome. Once again, we are here, ERL F1 series, but today, bringing you a little bit different action. Today we're doing the Mach Masters tier, which is the upper tier, which I commentated last year, or last season, whatever you want to call it. But I've switched it up, and I'm back over here for this race at least, and going to be enjoying this with you guys. Glad to be back. BNS Gang, Danny, Vigo, Ono Dole, Jeremy Saff, Vin Porsche, Marco, Strikey, M16, Lozozen, Barney, Josco, Botti, Pyres, and Lord Vader, and Ports. Gonna be a great day. Gonna be a great race. We got Kick Sauber going out on track already. That would be Ono Dole on intermediates. Trying something a little bit different, it seems. We will see what their plan is here. Maybe one lap on these and then back to the pits, but it is a guaranteed dry race today, I do believe, as I read in things prior to the race. But what is he doing? Is he trying to blow it up? Interesting. As we ride along, we got Ferraris pulling out on track as well. We got two Ferraris here. Vin Porsche driving a Ferrari, and Strikey. A couple guys on their outlap already. Glad to be here with you guys. Hoping for a wonderful race. And I know y'all are too. Very tight track, very good track, very technical, demanding. Hopefully we see no crashes today. Nothing too wild. Wonder how many safety cars we'll get. Probably none. Let's hope for none. No safety cars today. Just clean race the whole time. That's what we're looking for, right? And Porsche on the outlap, just cruising. Pyres back here. We got BNS Gang not out on track yet. Ports back here. Both the Williams cars out here. Same. I'm not in the race today. I am the commentator. Woo! Off the track for Ono Dole and those intermediates. Not the best tire to be qualifying on, I don't think. We'll ride with Vin Porsche for a moment. Finer Details knows nothing. As we ride along with Vin Porsche, watching his inputs here, seeing what gears they're in as they go through these corners. That's a pretty demanding corner, it seems. That little chicane there. Ready to bring you the action, though. It's going to be an exciting race today. Glad to be back. Glad to be with y'all. Here at the Mach Masters 2. ERL F1 series. He's going in the pits. Strikey is pushing along. Gloss, how you doing, buddy? I'll remember that for next time. Right now, it's Strikey sitting in third at 119, and Here we go. Now we got guys starting to cross the line here. Got another Williams car slowing way down. Letting that Aston cross. Ports does not get a time. So, but right now Jeremy Saff is sitting in first on pole, 1:15.1. How far is that going to come down? How far are they going to get that? Oh, sorry, I gotta do the stream. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm in a party and have to mute that for a moment. My bad. 1 second. Okay. All good. We're back. Sorry about that. A little bit of an interruption. Please forgive me. Barney with the new pole time of a 1:14.1, so brought in a whole other second over Jeremy Saff's pole time before that. We'll ride along with Vigo here as they cross the line, and they're on a hot lap now. And let's see what's going on. We got Vin Porsche on the outlap and Marco Alves on the outlap. Josco's on the outlap as well. So once these guys cross the line and get done with their outlap, I'm going to check in on them too. Ooh, looks like Vigo's slowing down, so. Maybe it's I just don't understand this track. That is quite a possibility. Lozozen has retired from the session. So Lozozen is now out of qualifying, no longer will be. Not sad. Vigo is on it right now, moving pretty good here into these last couple corners. And he's in the pits, so no time for him yet. Doesn't really look like BNS Gang's pushing it either. Right along with Marco Alves in his kicks over. Setting purple time in that sector back there. Track's not red, so his lap is still valid. There must be very high track limits here at this track. And he's pushing for that finish line, so he's going to get a time. What's it going to be? 1:14.8. Good enough for second place for Marco Alves. Good job. On board with Josco. BNS Gang still looks like he's just cruising, but he may be pushing it for a time. No, he's got 1:35, so he is not pushing for a time. Who do we have out here other than... Is he pushing now? He is. He is really on the ball here. And he invalidated his lap with that corner there, so no longer will his lap be a factor, sadly. Guess it's another practice lap for him as he goes around. And same thing with Vin Porsche. Looks like he's not pushing it very hard. And the way the car sounds, he's just not on the power as I would expect. But we're gonna hang tight and watch a lap. I'll give you the outside view to see how these cars look from outside. Maybe just be the inside sounds aren't telling me the true story. He's looking like he's moving pretty good through these this last section. Let's see how he does. Oh, off track, so no. It looks like people are going to... this may be a rough track today, guys. This may be a race that we see a lot of penalty flags and a lot of penalties, which is never what you want, but makes for good racing and entertainment. So far, Barney is sitting up there on the pole still with 1:14.183. Sitting in first place, holding it down with a good time. We got Vigo and Oh No Dole out here on track right now. Oh No Dole is bobbing and weaving, looking like he's trying to warm up a set of intermediates, which I'm not sure how that's going to help you in the long run of actually qualifying. Maybe a reason. I don't know. But Vigo is still going slow. Pyres is moving pretty decently right now out here on track. The 1:15.8 sitting in ninth place right now for the start of this race, and his track is red, so he has invalidated his lap on one of those corners back there. And this track limit is really rough, it looks like, and that is what's hindering a lot of these drivers from actually getting a qualifying time. You have to be almost spot on perfect to get a time. So we are on board with Vigo, who sets a purple first sector. We'll see how they're going to keep it up, if they're going to keep it up. Through sector 2 here, through this left-hander. Still doing a good job keeping it in the track limits. What's he got here? This corner seems to punish a lot of people. So far so good. So far so good. Holding it nice and tight. Your line's good. Purple through sector 2 as well. Hitting sector 3. Still not red tracked, so you haven't invalidated it. You've got it through here. DRS is enabled. He is rocking it. I saw that battery drop a couple percentage and pick back up again once he slammed those brakes on. He's around that last sharp left-hander, heading for the finish line. Here he goes. 1:11, 12, 13, 1:13.6. Vigo takes pole at 1:13.6. Sitting at the top right now in that Racing Bull. So, good job, Vigo. Great job. What a lap. I'm glad I got to watch it. I'm glad we got to see it. And we got 6 minutes left to qualify, so these guys still got time to put up a better time for the Boti. Just started the lap, so we're going to watch them for a minute. Gonna hang out with them as they are flying behind a Kick Sauber car. Really putting the pedal down right now. Hopefully it's still a lap he's proud of after getting around a car that was being a bit slower than him, but I think they got out the way cleanly. That Alpine car's really moving right now. What do they got? Heading to this last sector across this. He's purple through sector 2, so looking good so far. Looking good so far. Hits the chicane. Green through there, so good. Didn't get invalidated. Doing really good so far. Last corner coming for the line. What's they going to do? 12, 13, 14, 1:14.8. Lays down a 5th place. Great job. Ports got disqualified from the session. Rough stuff for Ports. Doesn't get to quali. We'll be in the race, of course, but does not get to quali. So Ports' try is over with. Who else we got out here? BNS gang is moving and starting this lap, so we'll hang out with them for a moment in their AMG car. Mercedes Petronas. Moving along here. Gonna hop on board. What do they got here? A lot of people get invalidated right here across this. Hello there, sir. Or madam. Whomever you may be. Hello. We are riding on board right now with the Mercedes. Watching BNS gang go around the track. Really putting down some work right now. Come to the line, decides, no thank you. I will pull in the pits instead. does not speed into the pits. Does a good job getting those brakes on as well. So we got Vin Porsche out here sitting in 4th place right now with a 1:14.3. Can they improve on that 1:14.3? Strikey's sitting up there with a 1:13.4. So Strikey did take the pole position away from Vigo right now by 0.2. A little less than 0.2 actually, but I'm not going to do that quick math that fast. And Strikey says, I'm pulling in the pits. So does Vin Porsche. That might be it for them as we got Danny on an outlap. They may be one of the last ones to... No, we got a couple more cars pulling out. I think Pyers is... No, not Pyers. Who is it? It is Vigo pulling out here to do a one last hurrah. They're going to get one last lap in qualifying. They're going to have their outlap. They're going to hit the line and have a hot lap, and they're going to bust one more the best they can for sure. There's a couple guys following along too, so we're going to get to watch that. We've got Vigo, we've got Lord Vader, and we've got Josco. And Josco lets an Alpine by, so that would be maybe not an Alpine. What was that? Williams, okay. He let Danny by. Understood. Danny's on a lap, but he wasn't validated, sadly. We got a shootout here. We got cars passing in the grass on the left-hand side of the track. Guys trying to let others go to better their chances at a faster lap, because knowing you're alone, you're able to use all that track and not have to battle for track space or anything like that, so you don't have to think about braking differently. You're just all alone. And as we see Vigo start their hot lap, they don't have a chance actually to even get that in due to the fact that there's just so many cars out on track right now, they can't get a lap in. So inadvertently they are going to roll slower than they'd like to be, I'm sure, and really be down on time there. He's got a full battery almost. Maybe his plan is, no, I don't think he'll make it back to the line for another lap, so I think that's all we're going to see from Vigo as we go to B&S Gang. Who gets one more? Danny is on a lap here as well. And we're going to ride with Danny for a moment. See if they can get up the board a bit in their Williams car. So far so good, has not invalidated themselves. Lord Vader has retired from the session. They have bowed out of qualifying, knowing they're not going to get another lap. There's no need for them to try to mess something else up. Woo! A little bit of a slide there from Danny, but hitting the line at a 1:15.1. Better for them taking 10th place in qualifying. It is an improvement over where they were, and I'm sure they will take it gladly. Right now, riding along with Oh No Dole. So far, purple. I see B&S Gang has not finished it either. We're going to ride along with him because I was with him for a moment, if you remember, and they are coming to the line right this very moment. The one looks like 14-1. 1:14.1 for B&S takes 3rd place at the very last moment. Pyres coming to the line for their last chance. 1:15.7. Improves just a bit and takes 13th. It was M16 right before them that finished. I tried to catch up to it, but I couldn't do it. Botti finishes in 1:14.8. Good job from them. Marco comes to the line with a 1:14.7, holds on to 7th place. And here we are. It's Vigo coming to the line. What are they at? 109, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.5. Improves on their own time, but does not ellipse Strikey. So, does not take over, does not eclipse him. or get that spot back, but holds on to second place unless we see a valiant move from somebody. And I don't believe we will because Danny is in the grass. So that is all from qualifying, folks. As we got a minute 19 left for everyone to cross the line. I think we may just end up hanging out for this last little bit here. And then, oops, sorry about that. And then we will have them all put their setups in, and they will get their, you know, tire strategies put together and what they're going to do. Because in this race, you must use all 3 tire strategies as a requirement. You have to do it in this race. It is going to be a dry race, full guaranteed dry. So lots of sunshine. Weather won't be too much of a factor other than heated up tires are going to burn maybe a little bit quicker just due to the temperatures on track, but there will be no rain. The drivers won't have to worry about factoring in wet tires or intermediates or anything like that. It'll just be the hards, mediums, and softs, guaranteed for some good racing today. I'm your host for this Mach Masters tier race, which is usually on Twitch, is on YouTube today as I switched over tiers for this race at least. I am Smack Attack Mac, your host. I did commentate last season, excuse me, for these guys, but I've been on the other tier for most of this season. Glad to be here with you guys. Glad to be here getting it done and putting on the show for everybody. As we go down the board, it's Strikey sitting on pole, Vigo in second, BNS Gang in third, Barney in fourth, Vin Porsche in fifth, Ono Dole in sixth, Marco Alves in seventh, Bodie in eighth, ninth is Jeremy Saff, 10th Danny, 11th Lord Vader, 12th Josco, 13th Pyres, 14th M16. The rest of them I will read you in just a moment because it did not give me enough time. I did my best, but I did not catch it all. Forgive me. I tried. As these guys get their setups put in here, we are going to look at what they've got going on a little bit. As I said, once again, Strikey sitting in first, Vigo in second, BNS Gang in third, Barney in fourth, Vin Porsche in fifth, Ono Dole sixth, Marco Alves in seventh, Boti in eighth, Jeremy Saff ninth, 10th is Danny, 11th Lord Vader, 12th Josco, 13th Pyres, 14th M16, 15th Lozozen, and 16th will be Ports. As you can see so far, they are looking like a lot of them are going to start on these medium tires. Strikey, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 drivers starting on the mediums, and 1, 2, 3, 4 starting on the softs. So as you can see, the mediums are preferred, it looks like, or it may be a strat the other way around. We'll have to find out and see, won't we? When this race kicks off, I'd like to thank everybody that's come out and watched it today, and all the drivers as well. Also all the staff at ERL and everything they do, and the promoters and whatever else we got going on, like the Facebook and all the stuff we do on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else. Everybody who's behind the scenes, I always like to give them a great shout out and appreciate them for all they do back there. And yeah, we really appreciate it. You put on great stuff for everybody, and everybody has a lot of fun. So keep it up, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of support as we continue racing with you all. I'm glad to be here and glad to be the one bringing you the action today on this bright sunny day. Even for me, where I am at in the world right now, it is a bright sunny day. So for me, this game is simulating real life right now, and it's a great time. Waiting for the players and the drivers to get their setups in and stuff done. And this race will kick off and be underway, and we will be live, rocking and rolling at Imola. as we sit and wait. Any predictions? Any predictions today? If you are watching and you've got a prediction, let me hear it. I'd like to hear it. If not, I can't make them. I can't make predictions. I don't know anything about it. I am just here as your unbiased spectator having a great time watching along with you. Enjoying the race as it comes at us live. And these guys do their best to hang on to cars that are fast and demand a lot of attention to detail. Getting everything set up. It's taking a moment. Looks like we got a few more drivers switching over to soft. So things are switching up a little bit here. People are changing their minds, maybe deciding that the softs are the way to go to start with. Depending on how you want to finish this race, it might not be a bad idea. Starting your softs early and run them down till you get on the mediums and keep running them, or run the mediums till they don't run anymore and switch to the softs. That's always a question, a gamble you have to work out in your head as you go, or beforehand. And in this case, it's beforehand for these guys, so definitely going to be a hard bet for them. They're going to have to think about it, and hopefully they can get a good strategy put down, and it works out for them in the race. Earlier on in the stream, I was saying that I thought maybe there would be little to no safety cars, but after watching the track and seeing the track and how it works out and all that, I'm not too sure about that. This seems like it may be a little bit more challenging than I thought at first. This track is definitely demanding. Definitely has a lot of different kinds of corners and a lot of places you can get overtaken. Also, a lot of places you can cause spills and thrills for sure. There may be a ton of front wings taken off today, as these tight braking zones end up really and truly getting to these drivers in ways that other places don't, as it seems so far. So we're gonna pay attention to that and watch for body damage and other things, because that factor will be, I mean, giant with a place with all these curves and these turns. If you lose that front wing, you have no downforce anymore. You're not hanging on to the car. You're not driving that corner like you thought you were. Next thing you know, you're in the wall. Your race is over. Whole front of your car is torn off. The guy behind you ends up hitting you because the game didn't ghost it fast enough or something, and man, that's two guys out the race in one corner. If things go bad, things go south real fast. So we hope for that's not the case. We hope that that's not what happens, but we will have to see and pay attention to it today, because it's definitely going to be a doozy. As we are here, the light is red. The lights are green. We are gone. They are on a formation lap. Ha! I fooled you. Thought it was time. It is not. As I take off on this formation lap and get warmed up, get themselves a little bit of a feel for it, we're going to set my spectator menu up and set it up so how y'all see what's going on today. Look at what tires people started on. We'll talk about that and see how that's going on and what kind of strategy they've got going happening. As you look here, you see Strikey sitting on those softs. So we got two of our starters, two of our top qualifiers starting on the softs. One of them starting on the hards. Could be a good idea, could be a bad idea. Getting the hards out the way fast and early. Doesn't like them. Maybe he'll do 1 or 2 laps and hop off the hards. We'll see about that. Barney starting on the softs, so 4th place. Going to be looking at a cork in a bottle of BNS Gang on those hards, I believe. But if he gets a good jump off the line, he could end up overtaking him by turn 2. So we'll see about that and watch that unfold for sure. Vin Porsche on the mediums, sitting with 3 guys behind him on softs. Yeah, that's definitely another one of those cork in the bottle situations. So we'll see how the difference between the softs, hards, and mediums play off up here in the very front of the pack. Jeremy Saff and Danny both on the mediums. Maybe the best decision, maybe not the best decision. We will see how it unfolds, but the mid-pack looking like mediums is the answer. Lord Vader says softs to start, so the Haas cars are differing in strategy, maybe seeing which one is better off to determine end of race. Who knows? We will find out as it goes. Josco on the mediums. a different strategy from his Haas team member, Lord Vader, but you know, we'll see what happens and goes on here. As we got Pyres on the softs, M16 on the hards, Lozos on the hards, Ports on the softs. Everybody's pulling up to the line here, folks. They're all a little bit off canter, but they will get sorted. They'll get sorted right now. And we're off. We are green. We are live here at Imola. Mach Masters is going. Vigo flops in right behind Strikey off the jump as Strikey gets a good run off the top. And we are on board with Barney right now as they are tight through those S's. Watching BNS Gang fall off with those hards. Like I said, cork in a bottle. Then Porsche trying to make a move as well up the outside. Does make the move. We got 2 cars sideways. That's BNS Gang. That's 3 cars sideways. 2 Kicksaubers and a Mercedes sitting sideways. And off the track back here is BNS Gang, Marco Alvarez, Ono Dole. Marco Alvarez all the way back to 16th now. BNS Gang all the way back to 15th. Los Zosen in 14th. Pyres 12th. Oh no, we got another car backwards back here, sideways. That's Botti backwards and sideways as well. Pyres moving up tight. Who we got? Oh no, Dole in 11th, M16 in 10th. Ports in 9th. Has moved up a bunch since the race started. Jeremy Saff in 8th place. We will look at position change right here. And Strikey and Vigo are the only ones to not move off the jump. We got Barney as well, moved up 1 position. Then Porsche up 1 position. Danny up 5. Lord Vader up 5. Josco up 5. Jeremy Sapp up 1. Ports up 7 from his start. M16 up 4. Ono Dole down 5. Botti down 4. Pyres hasn't moved from his start. Lozosen up 1. Up 2 as Pyres falls down 1. BNS Gang moving up 1. Has fell down 11 spots from his start in 3rd place. Starting on those hards may have been a bad idea, but I'm not positive. We'll look for damage on these cars. Not seeing any so far. Who has pit, who has not. It looks like Marco Alves may be missing he is missing a corner of that front wing. Watch him in the back of that pack there. Needs to pit, needs to get that wing fixed for sure here ASAP. That front downforce is gone, and you will not be able to get in those corners how you want to as he starts falling off the back of that pack really fast. You can see that's just not there for him anymore. Strikey's still holding on to the lead, and Vigo is real close right behind. Barney up 1 spot. Barney, Vin Porsche have swapped places because Barney has overtaken him. I think that's the tire difference there. As you see, yeah, Barney's on the softs and Vin Porsche is on the mediums, so that tire difference gave Barney a little bit of an advantage, and he jumped up one. Oh, Strikey falls back, and as he goes into the pits, says something is off or wrong, and I'm done on these tires. I'm hopping on to something else. Jumps back out immediately, but he's going to start back out there in 16th place. Did not like those tires and how they were performing, decided to get them off ASAP. Vigo now in the lead. Barney right behind in 2nd, and Vin Porsche in 3rd on those mediums. Danny is up 6 spots from where he started from. 3 seconds down from Vin Porsche up here. Josco's up 7 from his start. Right there behind Danny, so that's a good battle to watch here in a moment. Jeremy Saff as well in the mix here, up 3 from the start. Port's up 8. 2 seconds back off of Lord Vader, but up 8 from his start. Maybe being the cork in a bottle right now as we're looking and watching Lord Vader try to get around him. Excuse me, M16's trying to get around him. And M16's got Botti right on the back bumper there, right on the gearbox, making it hard, making that pressure really heavy and feeling every bit of it. These guys are battling real tight right here through the middle pack. So we're going to watch this as Ports is holding off what looks like a rabid pack of dogs chasing him down. Oh, a little bit of a block, I think, maybe from Ports, but maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not going to call it. I'd say that that might be reported and looked at by the stewards later on, but right now it does seem that M16 gets around scot-free, and so Botti does as well. Maybe they're trying to battle it out. Botti gets the move done over Ports. We do have it looks like Vigo. Ports with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on cutting the track, and these guys are just trying to get past him right now. And Lozozen's looking to be the next one trying to get by. As we see Lozozen go up the inside there, what can he do here? Ports dives back around in the inside and hangs out back behind him. Makes the move. And here comes Ono Dole around the outside as well. Gone. So Ports is falling back from starting really good and moving up the grid. He is back down to 11th now, but I do believe he started in last, so he's doing pretty decent from where he started at least. Let's see how these guys behind him continue to pass him, or what's going on here for him. Let's see the tire differences. That's a good question. Ports is on those 3-lap-old softs here. Vigo's on brand new mediums, and that's a big difference. Vigo is in the back of the pack right now, trying to catch back up. Strikey is as well. Sorry, I'm just riding along with Ports as that was a lot of passing. Vin Porsche has moved up into the lead with 4-lap-old mediums. Josko right behind, 2 seconds and so behind him there as well. Barney 4-lap-old softs, 1.7. So Barney's softs looks like have fell off, and Vin Porsche has made the move past him. Those softs really not looking like they're good long term. Definitely a short-term tire, 3 or 4 laps maximum, as these other guys have gotten off of them very quickly. That started. A few guys are still running them, but I'm not sure for how much longer. Excuse me as I scoot around here. I know y'all can't see me doing it, but I had to get something across the room. It was my charger. As I look for battles, I see Botti right here going past Lord Vader's what it looks like down the straight. So Botti makes the move on Lord Vader. Does he get to keep it? He does. And we see back there as well, M16 is making the move. One other car, that's B&S gang back there getting held off. Being held up and held off. So we will see how this works out for him here as the race goes on. Botti moving into 4th place on 5-lap-old softs. I'm sure he's got to be thinking about getting off in a minute, but he is making moves and making passes still with 65% of battery. Still got plenty of battery and still has plenty of tire, it looks like at this point. He is moving out on the competition. Maybe a little bit wide there, but so does M16 behind, which opens the door for B&S gang, but B&S gang does not get to walk through as the door got slammed back shut real fast by M16, but they battle behind Botti. As we get a good front row seat here, Botti is just trying to catch up to the guys in front of him. He is 3 seconds down, but is gaining a bit. As you see that 3.3 pump up there, he is closing it down, about to be under 3 seconds in the 2-point-something margins. As we watch M16 still get hunted down by B&S gang right now in the background. Botti jumps in the pits, and we're going to hop back out of the pits onto M16. As we watch B&S go on the outside, Vin Porsche still in the lead, but B&S rolling back strong after having that spin lap 1. He is rolling back strong on those 6-lap-old hards. He is a good ways down from the lead, but he is still doing a great job right now to hang on to it and make those hards a viable tire. As we watch Lozozen as well back there, 6-lap-old hards in 6th place. Riding along with, oh goodness gracious! And you saw that front wing just get destroyed, folks. And And he is definitely going to have to come in the pits after that one. Lozozen has pushed it to 6 laps on those hards and lost it into the wall on a sharp left-hander, which ended up sliding him around and giving him oversteer, shattering that front wing. Definitely going to have to come in and get that repaired because that whole front of that car is torn up right now. With insult to injury, he got a penalty as well because he hopped that corner of that curb there on that last curve he went around before the last couple. Looking like the car's suspension took a whack too because it's definitely sitting a bit lower than it should. Riding along board with Josko, 4 seconds back off of Vinporsche right now. Vinporsche leading the way with a hard push off the start on those mediums as we got Jeremy Saff in third. 7-lap-old medium. 7-lap-old mediums with BNS gang 7-lap-old hards behind. BNS really pushing hard, coming back from the back of the pack. Can Jeremy Saff hold on and keep it in front of BNS gang, as we saw a little bit of the wiggle back there from him. BNS gang did almost lose it, but did hold on just enough to not completely spin around. As we're watching guys go in that were on those hards pit and put on new medium tires. Marco Alves does, Lozozen does, Ports has, Ono Dole has, Lord Vader has. These are all guys with brand new tires on. As we're watching BNS gang go around the outside, taking third place on 8-lap-old hards. M16 starts falling back down the pack a little bit on those same 8-lap-old hards, but BNS is seeming to make them work and catching up a little bit. He has Josko in his sights now. When you see a car in front of you and you know that you're moving a little bit quicker, maybe that's just the push you need to push it that smidgen harder and just get something back. Try to get back from that race start you had that really hurts your feelings. I'm positive. You're doing a great job building it back up. BNS has proven sticking with it, sticking true is really what it's about. Josko really trying to catch up to Vinporsche right now, but can't. Seeming to slide a little bit more, and Vinporsche is really making those mediums still work. 8 laps in. Still putting up pretty decent lap times, at least consistent ones. And that's what matters. As long as you can do consistent laps and not give yourself a penalty or wreck or anything like that, you get good off in the end. That's for sure. As we're at lap 10 of 32 of this race, we're not even halfway done. Ports picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's got to be rough. Feeling we have lots of spread throughout this race, except for right here with M16 and Strikey. Strikey, our first lap leader, makes maybe a little bit of an argy-bargy move there. Gets it done, but I'm sure M16's not going to be happy about that. So we will see how M16 responds here in these next couple corners. And it looks like M16's really not going to be able to respond. Because Strikey is seeming to move away from him at a rapid pace. Definitely put the pedal down after that little bumpty move they pulled on each other for a moment there. Lozozen has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well. Rough stuff. As we go right here with Ono Dole and Lord Vader right there on the gearbox of him. Throughout the rest of the race, we got Big O Jeremy Saff. So Jeremy Saff and Vinporsche both pit. We got people pitting, people moving up. Caution in Sector 2. That is an Alpine spun out back here, guys. Can he get it back together again? Looking like he can. Gets it put back together, gets it put back on the road. Looking like no major damage that I can see off the bat, but I'm not the driver, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see how that goes, if they're going to go in the pits and get fixed up. But B&S Gang is leading this race. Josco 0.9 behind. Vigo is 0.2 behind Josco. So as we watch, we may see Vigo try to make the move. He does, because he get to keep it on the outside as they go around the outside of each other, tight through that corner. Vigo does get the move done, gets to keep it in front of Josco and moves up to second place. As Strikey's back here in fourth. From the outside looking in, sees Josco. So there is not much difference going on. Caution in sector 1 and 3. Only a caution in sector 1. That is Lozozen, and he is out of the race. Hopefully just a slight caution and no safety car. Whoa. Okay, so that was confusing me for a moment there, folks. Sorry about that. Anyway, had a little bit of a... We still have a caution in sector 1 up here. That's a Haas car. Spun around and seemingly pretty whooped up is what it sounds like. I'd like to see the front of the car. It seems to be okay. That front wing may be a little bit loose, but whoa. Doesn't seem to have a lot of damage that I can see visually off the bat, but we don't know. We don't know. Something happened to Ports as well. Ports is off the track. Trying to get back going again. Can't seem to get it going. We will hop on board with B&S Gang, who is quickly approaching Ports. So our race leader is quickly approaching that caution. As we watch Vigo and B&S Gang rapidly getting up here. On Ports, what's going to happen here, folks? Okay, the car is ghosting. I wasn't sure. Strucky's still off in the background a little bit. It has moved back up to third place, though, so I think our leaders in this race right now are the leaders from the very beginning of this race. Barney back in fourth. The only one we're missing right now is Vin Porsche. Thanks, Sunset. It looks like Ports is still up here. Vigo is holding on to first place right now. They're lap 14 of 32, almost halfway through this race, and it's been good so far. No safety cars, no virtual safety cars, no serious. We have a one DNF. We've had no serious business go down and call it a big shakeup. We had a few maybe. Appreciate you, Sunset. As Strikey is going around, he's trying to catch up to the back of B&S Gang and Vigo. He can't even see them in the distance right now, but Barney is closing that door down fast. Both of you got a 3-second time penalty for making a mistake somewhere on the track, so that is another insult to injury. We can see what penalties have been picked up so far throughout the day. In just a moment, Ports with a penalty for cutting corners. Caution in sector 3 for Ports. not having a good time. I believe Ports is having a rough one. We will not hop back on board with him for a while, that's for sure. At least in this race. Botti fell back to 6th and losing a position to Vin Porsche as they battle with 4-lap difference tires. Vin Porsche 4-lap newer than Botti. Also, Vin Porsche has 4-lap newer than Barney in front of him. So this could really shake things up here. Vin Porsche may overtake Barney here in the next coming laps. We will have to see how that works. And Ports is out of the race. There has been no safety car though, I don't believe. There still is no safety car. It is just going to be a caution in sector 1. These guys got to uphold. Vigo does make the move over BNS gang, but they both come in the pits at the same time and better be going the pit lane speed limits or they're going to receive massive penalties, possibly even a drive-through, but neither one get it, so they both follow the law. They pulled into the right speed limit. New tires on for BNS just like that, and they're back out again, rocking and rolling, and Vigo gets out right in front of him. So neither driver's pit crew was faster as they come out in the same exact time difference as we're watching Ono Dole go by. Who else is going to move on by? It looks like a Haas car is going to move by. That'll be Josko scooting right on by. Josko with 4-lap old hards. Vigo with new hards. And BNS gang on brand new mediums. So what is going to be the tire difference? How big is that going to factor in? Everybody up front's got 9-lap. Well, Vin Porsche has 5-lap old mediums, but Botti and Ono Dole sitting there with 9-lap old mediums in 3rd and 4th. They're going to think about pitting pretty soon. I'm not sure how long those mediums go exactly, but can't be much longer than that. 10's about the max, I think, maybe 12 that I've seen on them. As Barney, Vin Porsche, and Botti all battle real close up here for the lead. It looks like Vin Porsche is catching up quickly, and Barney's trying the best he can to hold on. 10-lap old mediums have really put the work in. As you hear, they lock up around that corner. That grip's just not there like you'd think it would be. So you're starting to... Doesn't go in the pits yet. I was thinking he might there, but doesn't. He's going to have to lock up here into the chicane, too. We're going to hear the tire difference between the two cars. As we're watching Vin Porsche close that gap down. DRS was open there. You see Vin Porsche's grip. Those tires really do play a difference. All Vin Porsche has to do is sit tight and hold the pressure, put the pressure on, and keep it moving. Lap 17 of 32, so we are halfway through this race, folks. Woo! A little bit of a move from Barney, definitely feeling those tires at this point. They're definitely feeling a bit whooped. Vin Porsche looking for a move, looking for a place he can make an overtake. Where can I get me one? As there's a tight battle back there as well between Vigo, Josko, and BNS gang. It looks like Josko is holding up BNS right now maybe a little bit. BNS is about to make the move on him as we're not even watching that all the way. I'm just seeing it through my mini-map down here on the right-hand side. The blue, white, and then teal car. That teal car might eclipse the white car here. I'm not sure. They're neck and neck as Barney dives in and Vin Porsche takes off, still holding on to the lead. We're going to hop back here and watch Vigo and Josko from... Oh, BNS is going around the outside. BNS makes the move. So BNS gang does make the move over Josko. And now he is 4 seconds ahead of Strikey. Strikey is all by himself on track right now, doing his best he can catch up to Josko. Marco Alves on 10-lap old mediums. Behind him, Barney Botti. Lord Vader, 11-lap old mediums. These guys are all real tight right now battling. Up front, we have an 8-second gap to Vin Porsche, so Vin Porsche's lead right now is pretty big. As we got places switching around right here in the middle. Somebody's off track. That'd be Marco off track there. Back on track though. And back in this race, but missing a corner of that wing. So once again, is going to have to come in the pits here really soon or going to keep suffering these penalties. So on 10 lap old mediums definitely is about the time to come in anyway. What is he going to do as he's getting up here to these last couple corners? What's his plan going to be? Is he going in as he should? As he should. Smart moves on his end there. Smart moves. As Vinporsche is holding on to the lead of this race, no problem. At this point in time, Vigo is trying all he can to catch back up on these hards. He's seemingly closing that gap down a little bit, but as these corners get more aggressive and progressive throughout the track, I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to close that 5-second gap down. Vinporsche seemingly slowed down a little bit, but we watched just now, Strikey overtook Josko to move to 4th place. So Strikey back up in the top there. Let's see what they've done from the start. So from the start, Vinporsche, is up 1 position. Oh, he went in the pits, so excuse what I was saying. Vigo is up 1, B&S Gang is up 1, Strikey is down 2, Josko is up 8 from his start. Vinporsche is back even where he started at, but he's about to lose a couple more positions to guys passing. Balti is up 2, Barney is down 1, Barney is now down 2. Oh gosh! Once again, a bit of argy-bargy through the first chicane on the track. It is a hard place to pass and maybe one of the most unsafe places to pass. Definitely scary business right there. Could have been bad for both of these drivers. I don't think Barney lost anything substantial from his car. He did not. So everything's going to be okay in the end, but still very risky move. Very risky move. As we look so far at our penalties, Barney is lit up with penalties at 13 seconds. Vinporsche gets his first with 3 seconds here. I said those penalties would be huge today as well, and they have been. As we see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers with penalties. That is not something you see every race, but this one definitely has lit up the board with penalties. Imola has proven to be a good one. Balti is closing down on Barney. Balti picks up another 3-second time penalty to add it up to 6 seconds for him, so no good on that. Everybody up front's about 3-second gap to each other. All over the racetrack, it's pretty spread out except for Barney and Balti. So we're going to hang out and watch these two for a moment. Three-second gaps up front. It's a big difference to what it was in the beginning of the race and just a little bit ago. Barney is slowly losing that gap down to Balti as well, as these two put lap after lap in. Josko at 10 lap old. Barney with the fastest lap of the race right there. As Balti does make the move, Onodol takes fastest lap of the 1:16.4. So Barney does fall back to Balti, and Balti is finally ahead. Let's see what he can do to hold on to 5th place. Vinporsche, brand new hards back out here. trying to catch back up. 5 seconds down to Barney. Has a good ways to go. The gaps up front aren't seeming to change too much. Strikey is closing a bit on BNS, but not as quick as you'd like to see. Coming into this corner here. Has to slow down a little bit too much. That gap doesn't really fall below 2.5. But Barney and Botti still hanging it out. Half a second from each other. Botti is now closing in on Josko as well, so this is going to be a three-way battle for 4th place here in just a moment. As Josko's going to be thinking about pitting here in the next coming laps, 10-lap-old hards. Unless he wants to push them a lot further than that, that's up to him, but we will see what goes down. As the chaos ensued, I didn't want to say anything. I was having a coughing spree. As you hear, my throat's bothering me a little bit. Barney, excuse me. And Botti gets a place back over Josko, but Barney has moved up to 4th. So Barney's move into that corner back there set him up a 2-man overtake and made it past both of these guys, but Botti did get what he wanted to do initially, and he overtook Josko, but he did lose the place to Barney. So can he get that spot back? They're on equal ground, on equal tires, with equal lap lengths on the tires. Can they battle hard? Who's faster? As you see, Botti does move back ahead. Botti has moved ahead, and he is up over Barney. So Botti is in 4th, Barney is in 5th. As they run down the track right now, at the end of it all, Botti did get his places that he wanted to get. He went for the move, lost, and instead of winning. So yeah, he ended up gaining in the end, though. Venpour still 2 seconds back off of Josko. He's got a little bit of time left to catch everybody and to do everything, but we'll see how it goes in these next coming laps. Who's going to pit, who's going to not. But right now, Josko does not have any penalties. Just a lot of laps on those hards. That's the only thing Josko has right now. No penalties, a lot of laps on the hards. As we see in the background, that Ferrari of Venpour's closing the gap closely. Venpour's really moving, trying to get back up to the front. Jeremy Saff picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. That's got to hurt a little bit. Botti falls back down to Barney again. As these two continue to battle back and forth throughout this race, it's just one after the other fighting for 4th. As we see Strikey right on the back of BNS as well. 9-lap-old hards to 9-lap-old mediums. Who has the advantage? I'm going to be honest, I think the hards have the advantage here over the mediums, especially at lap number 9. Hanging tight and watching. Strikey gives plenty of room. They smoothly go through the chicane. Strikey looking for an outside move. BNS shutting the door as they lock wheels. Neither can turn. A little handshake from those two. And it looks like Strikey gets the move over BNS gang in the end. And Vigo now 8 seconds ahead. BNS gang gets a penalty on top of losing his position. That's rough stuff. Botti and Barney still switching back and forth down the track. Botti back in front in 4th place, lap 26. Just a few more here, folks, as the tension builds. These guys really got to be thinking about how they're going to finish this race. Are they going to go in one more time? Are they going to hang out? Are they going to make it on the tires they're on here? What's their plan? As Danny Pitt on a brand new set of softs. I know he doesn't have very many laps he can actually do on those. I haven't seen many people make it very far on the softs today as Danny goes in pits. Go out the field here. Pyers is battling Lord Vader. I see that back there for P10. They are battling pretty good. M16 and Marco are also battling. I can see that back there on track. Strikey did get the move over BNSK as we watch Barney fly up the outside of this next corner, but inside of the straight. Sets himself up for once again holding on to 4th place around the track. Right now it's chess, not checkers. If you can do some quick math and do some addition in your head, see who's switching which lap, and you be the one back on the lap you need to be, you may take the win. But right now I do believe Boti has the win just due to penalties. He does. Right now, Boti will win the race. Will beat Barney and take 4th place just due to penalties alone. Oh, as I speak, they both get another pin. As I talk about it, they pick up more penalty time, which that now puts Venporsche in striking position to take away both spots. So Venporsche, due to the penalties, if Venporsche doesn't get any more, he will move up into 3rd place. As Boti takes the lead back, or I say lead, 3rd place now, 3rd place back. Strikey is doing all he can to catch up to Vigo up ahead. What can he do to catch him in these next coming laps? We have 4 more, folks. Hang on. It's going to get spicy very fast. This is where the tension builds. It's all been boiling to this point right here. The pasta's getting tender. It's almost time. You never know how it's going to turn out in the end and what kind of dish you're going to make from it, but we will see. What our podium is going to be at the very end of this race will be, it seems, up to penalties and time added on. So even Josko may get 4th place in the end if he can catch up a little bit more to Venporsche. And we will see how that goes in these next coming laps, as we're going to switch back over to interval and to the tires and see what these guys got in these last few. We're looking at 13 lap old hards for our 2 guys up front, Vigo and Strikey. Both the 11 lap old hards. Barney 11 lap old hards as well. Boti definitely just let Barney go by without recourse or any kind of problem at all. He just said, sure, go for it. And Boti is catching right back up again. Venporsche still not in the picture back there. Still can't see Venporsche. We got a little bit of a switch back here. Jeremy Saff and Josko switching. Josko on brand new softs. He pit. So that's a strategy here at the end of the race for him. Everybody but Josko, Pyers, and Vigo, and Strikey have penalties. And Danny, excuse me. Danny, Pyers, Josko, Strikey, and Vigo. No penalties for those guys. Everybody else picked one up today. Such a demanding track. as M16 and, oh, we saw somebody off track right there a little bit. M16 and Danny both battling right here for 13th place. They've got 2 more laps to do it. Barney and Boti still at it. This looks like it's going to be our spot to hold on to in the end. Boti has taken the checkers and maybe made it chess now, and has maybe heard what I said. Maybe he's watching the stream. I don't know. But he is looking like if this continues this way, he will have the overtake at the very end. We will see how it goes. Porsche needs to close that gap down a lot tighter if he wants to take third, which he could still do. He still has the chance to do it. He just needs to pick up the pace a little bit. Not wreck, but pick that pace up. Pick that pace up just a little bit of it. It's getting down to it now. Barney and Boti for third place. Porsche back there, if he can catch up just a little bit more, he'd be in the mix for third due to penalties alone. The guys in front of him have much more penalty time. Here goes Barney. Barney's going to pass Boti on the outside, lap 31. This is what I was talking about just a minute ago, folks. This is that chestnut checkers moment. Boti let him by, I believe. Boti purposely is going to sit back there just as close as he can and build up that battery and do what he's got to do to get himself a good position for this last lap coming up after this. This last lap's going to determine the positions for these guys for sure. Barney, regardless, has way more penalty time than Boti does. So they both have a lot. Don't think that's not the case, but they both have. Barney has more. Since Barney has more, Boti already has the position. But if he can step ahead of Barney, that just looks better anyway. And right now, how far back is he? He's right there on that back. That gearbox is right there. He can smell the exhaust. He knows what's happening. They're heading to this last lap here. Viggo with a great race. Viggo, your flowers are handed to you, sir. I do believe this one's yours. We'll see how it finishes up in this last lap, but good race so far. As they come to this last straight, what is Boti going to do? Boti built up that battery. He is trying everything he can to catch up. He is moving down that outside of the track. He has the DRS. He makes the pass in the last lap on the straight, down the straight. He takes third place. He moves along. That is the chess. That is not the checkers. Like I said before, the long game is played. What can Barney do now? Can Barney pass him? Can Barney catch him? Boti let him go by. Took it for the sake of the last lap. Knew that the last lap he could make the pass and hang on to it and take third place. Barney's penalties are not going to help him either. He is probably going to fall back down to Porsche in the end of it all. But I don't know about Boti. I don't know if Boti will. We will find out. Ono Dole has moved up into 6th place. BNS Gang is in 7th. BNS Gang is closing that gap down so fast to Ono Dole. Is he going to try to make a move? I'm not sure. It looks like he's going to try to make a move here too. Viggo, hats off. What a race to you, sir. What a race, Viggo. Great job. Take home that first place, that gold. Yes, sir. The race is yours, sir. The podium is it. Strikey, you too. Great job. Coming back down the list, Boti holds on to third, takes it away from Barney in the end. Due to penalties, we'll see what happens when Porsche crosses the line. But right now, Boti got it over Barney. What has Porsche got? Porsche is slow. Something's wrong. Porsche takes 4th place. Moves Barney down. Barney moves down to 6th due to penalties. BNS Gang moves up to 5th. Ono Dole in 7th. Josco in 8th. Looking good so far. Holding on that last straight. Here we go. This is it, folks. Josco crosses the line in 8th. Jeremy Saff crosses the line in 9th. Lord Vader comes to the line, and Pyres gets him right there at the very last second. Pyres in 10th, Lord Vader in 11th, Marco Alves in 12th, 13th, Danny in 12th due to penalties, and M16 in 14th. Portson Lozosen wrecking out of the race and not making it. to the end. What a race. What a job from these guys. As I said earlier, 0 safety cars. I predicted it. I wanted it. It happened. Thank you guys for a great race. Thank you guys for the action, for the fun. Thank you for the great racing. Amazing job to our drivers. Hats off to the podium winners. Look at them all up there standing tall right now. I'm a little bit early on the commentary. I'm trying to... There they are! Look at them go! Yes, our drivers. Our winners today. Our 3 guys. Strategies played off for them. They made it work. Lots of action, lots of switching of positions, lot of different lead changes, but in the end, it all came down to it. These guys had it, and they figured it out and made it work. Great job to these guys, all 3. Such a fun job. Such a great time. So we've got our results real fast. We got Vigo, who won the race, Strikey in second, Botti in third, Vin Portion fourth, BNS Gang in fifth, Barney in sixth, Onodol seventh, Josco in eighth, Jeremy Saff in ninth, Dots Pyres in 10th, Dots Lord Vader in 11th, Danny in 12th, Marco Alves 13th, M16 in 14th. Ports and Lozozen did not finish the race, but 15th and 16th respectively. Thank you everyone for coming out. I am Smack Attack Mac. I am glad to be your commentator today. This was ERL's F1 Mach Masters tier. We appreciate you. We will see y'all later on. Have a great rest of your evening. Get you some sleep. Get you some rest for the day tomorrow. Monday is over, and this is done as well. Peace, love, chicken grease, everybody.